Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Kristen Gastaldo. I work for Alfresco as the community manager. The Order of the Bee folks have been nice enough to let me host a couple rooms, although you guys probably know those guys more than you know me. So our two speakers today really need no introduction. Angel Borroy is going to be doing the first presentation. Like we said, the schedule's been changed a little bit, so Angel's going to be doing installing Alfresco components one by one. Now Angel he lives here in Zaragoza. Decent, decent. We didn't quite get to city names in my Duolingo practice before coming over. Angel's been with Keensoft for about 4 years as an Alfresco architect. You guys probably have talked to him at some point. If you're active on the IRC chat or you're active in the forums, he's probably answered one of your questions at some point in time. So at this point, I know we're running a little bit behind, so let's get going. Angel, you ready? Almost. Oh, round of applause. There you go.
Thanks. So, thanks, Kristen. This is so high, and my voice is louder, but no problem. This is a practical session. I'm going to show how to install Alfresco component by component, and I'm going to try to make this job in 30 minutes, right? So I have no I'm using my mobile just to to make the countdown, but you can make the countdown for me also. And I'm doing this just because many people think that community is only installed with the installer, or that community can only be installed, the community release of Alfresco, on a bundle, on a server. We are going to use 6 servers, but we can use even more if required, right? So the first is to know that we have a distribution called Alfresco Components, which is available at community.alfresco.com. You have all the different components for Alfresco individually. So we are going to use the first one, the community distribution, and the Alfresco search services. The Alfresco search services, this is the first version which is releasing the search services SOLR on a different package, just for you to install. And we are going to use a Jetty server instead the traditional Tomcat approach. Okay, so we are going to install the latest version. So when we unzip the distribution, we find the ALF data with a key storage site that we are not going to use. We are going also to find the new Alfresco SDK 3 jar deployment folder. It's called modules. And we are going to find all the web server, all the Tomcat resources, and with the web applications, and also with the extension path. You know that in Alfresco we have extension path for Alfresco repository, this extension one, and for the SER web app, which is the web extension folder. And we have also. Did you hear me without this? Because I'm going to leave this on the table. Okay. Yeah, the recording is. Okay. I'm going to try, but not. Okay. So the Alfresco search services, or SOLR 6, which is new from this release, has included the SOLR 6 software, which is in this folder, and also the traditional Alfresco core definition for the workspace and for the archive, right? So these are two mainly folders in the distribution. And what else? What else do we need apart from the SOLR software? We also need many other things like Tomcat, Apache or engines, Jetty, which is now embedded with SOLR, Java. It's obvious because the repository lives with Java, PostgreSQL in my case, but you can use MySQL for the community or MariaDB, and also GhostScript and ImageMagick for renditions, for transformation, for the thumbnails, and so, and LibreOffice for document transformation. And also we need a Linux system. Just please don't use Windows for Alfresco. Trust me, it's better. And you know that there is an Alfresco supported platforms where all these supported software and release is described, right? So better before install, read that document and check that all is right. So this is our system, our final system. We are going to install the Apache to use the standard port. Users are going to use SER, which be connected internally with this AAP, this native protocol for Tomcat. We are going to install also SOLR with the Jetty default port. We are going to install the repository. It's one of each box is a server, right? So also Alfresco and Alfresco using LibreOffice, which can be installed on other server, a file system that can be mounted from external storage, and also the database. Okay, so for our sample, I'm going to use just one server, but I'm going to name every service with a different server name, so the configuration can be the same, just installing on different servers, right? Yeah, okay, these are the names. We are using this approach, this 12 gigabytes RAM for all the servers. More or less, this is my my thinking about it, but it's not scientifically approved. Yeah, okay. And we are going to use this service. This for the front end, for the Apache and SER, Alfresco, SOLR, LibreOffice, and Postgre, right? So go ahead. I don't know if some of you downloaded that VirtualBox image on my on the website where my talk is described. You have a link for the VirtualBox I'm using. So after that, with this material, you can build the same I'm going to build, or even if you are so like Axel or so, you can make it with me. Now, I'm going to give you my back because it's hard to to configure the system on that screen by that side. So just please, it's just a matter of commodity, of be comfortable. So I'm going to start with the countdown, right? We are going to try, okay, this one. And my clock is starting now. Okay, 30 minutes. Let's go. I'm going to hide the presentation, and I'm going to show our friendly blank screen, maybe. Okay. Now I'm on the server. It's a VirtualBox server. This is going to be a problem with my. Oh, sorry. I copy for the no problem. It's a CentOS 7. We have some packages pre-installed just for. List, sorry. We have different software installed, GoScript and the Apache and Postgre, just to be faster the configuration, right? The mouse is going me crazy, no problem. And we have also all the software downloaded, right? So maybe it's better to use the window in that size, so it's upper, right? Okay. So we have the Alfresco Community distribution, we have the Alfresco search service, we have Tomcat, we have Java, and we have LibreOffice. Every component we need to install, we have downloaded previously. Okay, what else? And we also have a name, a fake name for the server. Oh, we have not. Okay, we are going to include a fake server name for every service. Oh, this is going to be a problem. I was not practicing with this crazy window system because I can go right with my mouse. I have to. No problem. Okay, this is just to make the configuration consistent with different servers. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Next, we are going to install the Java as the first tool we need. So we have we are just unzipping the Java distribution. We are going to make this Java version by default. I can't find my mouse, please. Come on. Okay. So Java is now installed and is the version by the supported platform provided by Alfresco. Okay, go ahead. Next is installing Postgre, right? We have Postgre installed, but we need to set up the database, and we need also to create the default Alfresco user. So we are preparing the system. For the we are enabling the service. Okay, and making the service start on every boot. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so Postgre is running on my on the local machine, and now we need to create Alfresco database. As you know, all the data will be created on the first start of Alfresco. So we need to use Postgre user, and we can create that table for Alfresco, and also the user and the permissions. So we are going to create a new role and something more, a new role and the grants, just for Alfresco to run. Okay. So the database and the Alfresco user with access granted. Okay, go ahead. Go out of the Postgre user. Next, we are going. Oh, okay. We need to make some modification to the configuration of Postgre just to connect from localhost in our case. So this should not be required for other systems. But we are going to include the trust because it's easier. Probably these are not best practices to to configure a database, but it's enough for our sample. Okay, and we are going also to make some little tuning just to follow the RAM amount I said before. We are going to reserve for Postgre. So we are going to think about 3 gigabytes, or 2 gigabytes for Postgre. Okay, just I'm using pgtune. I don't know if you know this tool. Is good enough for small installations, and the tool gives you these values, so you can include these values, and 2 gigabytes are reserved for Postgre, right? So we need to restart Postgre just to make the change live. Okay, go ahead. We need okay. We are going to install Alfresco web application. We are using OPT base folder for this. So we are going to create also an Alfresco directory. We are going to install first Tomcat in this directory, just unzip, and for our components to make but better inside Alfresco, because we are installing different Tomcats. So we have Alfresco folder, and inside we have Tomcat folder. Okay, we need to build the APR connector. It's the native connector for Tomcat because it's faster by using in that way. So I'm going to build now this connector for Tomcat. The sources are included on the directory, so we can unzip the sources and just compile it. Tomcat native. Okay, and source native. Okay, I'm using the material I'm providing to you, so you can try later just to paste these instructions, and the configuration should work. Okay, we are making install. This is for the driver to be placed, compiled on the right place, right? And it should say that we have the driver installed on this directory. Okay, go ahead. I don't know. Okay, no problem. So we have now to tell Tomcat to use this connector, this native connector. Okay, in this special cell, we are including this new connector for Tomcat to use, and we can start for the first time Tomcat just to see if the connector is properly installed, the APR connector. Okay. Okay, we have to see that probably is upper. Let me see. Yeah, it's right. It's Spanish, but the native library is installed, so we are using this configuration. Right. Go ahead with the next. We are now unpacking Alfresco software, the distribution for the repository, right? So just unzip the Alfresco Community distribution with all that structure I showed you before. Okay, and we are going to create the same structure is created by the installer, just to be easy to follow. The classic Alf data folder. I'm going to create that. I'm going also to copy the AMs folder where all the AMPs for the repository are deployed, right? We are going also to make the bin directory. You are using this for installing Alfresco modules, and with these tools, with the module deployment. Come on. Okay, I can write faster. Okay, this one, and also the new one for the SDK3. We need this special directory, which is called modules and platform for the repo. Okay, I'm typing too much, probably some error. Yes. And I can find my mouse. Thanks. Okay, go ahead. Now we are going to copy the software. This is the Tomcat folder, web server folder. We are going to copy all the resources, and we are going to remove just those we are not requiring. Okay. And then we are removing the SER part, which is not on this server. We are removing also the SOLR part, which is also not on the server. The SER configuration also. The web extension directory, which is for SER also again. We don't need this for the repository server. Okay, it's clean. And we are going to make that SARET library. And we are going to include the configuration in Tomcat, just to use that Alfresco global properties and all that kind of thing that are on the SARET part of Tomcat, right? Okay, we have to find SARET loader line, and we have to include that new directory. Okay, this one. Perfect. Let's go. Next, we need to make some memory assignment, as we said before. We have the configuration for the APR. Oh, hi, Francesco. The APR connector. And we are going to include the memory assignment, which is nice because we can make a memory tuning for the repo, a memory tuning for SARET web app, and also memory tuning for SOLR in separate servers, which is always better. So, okay, we have to include also the properties for Alfresco, global properties, where the directory is, where the database is. This is probably the most famous Alfresco file, okay, where the data is and where the database. And also we are including some context information. We are disabling some services we are not going to use. And as we have no index by now, we are going to start with no index. Then we change to SOLR 6, okay? So we have Alfresco configured, right? And okay, it's a, we have now an Alfresco repository installed and maybe up and running, probably. We are going to start again. Okay. Yeah. And we are going to see if we are done with Alfresco. Okay. If you see on this first deployment, database will be created. This is the first time, so it's going to create the database. If it's creating the database, the installation is right. If not, you'll find an error in this step. So crossing fingers, database phase. Okay, ignoring the script, no, no, not now. Connected to database is a good signal. Yeah, okay. I think we'll probably start with the script for the database. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's fine. Let's go. This is just a short. Oh, sorry, I missed one step. Just not to follow my own material. Come on. Okay, I'll do it later. I'm going with SER, and we have to deploy also the Alfresco SER services with the part of the REST API for SER, which is now distributed on a different AMP, right? Or let me see if we are done with the Alfresco starting or not. Not really. No. Yeah. Okay, we can stop Alfresco now, again, and we can deploy this special you see, this one is required for newer versions. So we have to deploy this one. The apply amps, which is a classic with Alfresco stop it, right? Apply amps. So this amp will be installed on the Alfresco WAR, right? And we have an error message because we have no mser folder, because we are not using mser because it's only the repository. It's just an error for the script, for the shell script, right? But no worries. Okay, so start again and go ahead with SER. With SER web application. Okay. Oh, with SOLR, sorry. Yeah, we are going to install first Alfresco repository with a database with one Tomcat, and now we're going to install SOLR 6 with Jetty, which is very easy because it's embedded with Jetty. So you'll see that it's easier than, I'm going to close my, sorry. Okay, nothing secret. I'm going to install now SOLR with the default distribution from Alfresco. Okay, SOLR 6. We can unzip here the Alfresco search service packets. It looks like they have worked a lot with this module. There's a lot of content here. I'm going just to move to the upper level, just to be more easy to reach. Okay, we are going to change the configuration because we are not using default localhost port 8080. We are going to use the name of the Alfresco repository, right? So we have to edit the template property file. And we have to find the Alfresco link, which is these properties. We are using the name alfresco.local, right? So you are using another port you can also include this one. But as it's behind the HTTP, I'm using the plain port, and I'm not going to go out to find the communication between them. Okay, we are done. We also need to start the Jetty server, and we are going also to use the RAM mount configuration, about 3 gigabytes, right? Is that minus M parameter? Install LSOF or not? It's not relevant. And now, SOLR server with these two cores for Alfresco and for archive is running, but it's not connecting with Alfresco, as Alfresco is with no index. So we have to inform Alfresco that SOLR is trying to index the content, right? So happy searching, but come on, my mouse, where it is? I want a mouse, please. I can't see anything with that light. Okay, no problem. we are not getting that 30 minutes, but probably 32. Okay, this is throwing errors because Alfresco is not listening SOLR. So let's go ahead with the configuration again in Alfresco. As you can see, we are using solr.local for SOLR as if this were another server. And we have to change this no index with the properties for SOLR 6, right? Okay, and Alfresco again, up and down. Down and up. Obviously, you can make a service for this in order to be easier to start and stop Alfresco. Okay, we have SOLR up and running. We have a repository to store the documents, and we are able to search in Alfresco because we have also SOLR. So go ahead with the next one, which is this serve web application for the users, for the final users. So we are making a new directory for this web application. We have 4 components, the directory. These are like the servers, okay? This will be one each server. We are going to install again Tomcat. And the same, I'm going to make a more friendly name for this, okay? We don't need to compile again the native library because I'm on the same server. But obviously, if you are on a new server, you have again to compile the APR connector. But I'm going to use the one we compiled before, right? So we need, oh, come on. We need to define again that. Oh, okay. That properties for the connector. Okay. What else? As we are starting Tomcats on the same server, we need to change the port. Obviously, if this were another server, you don't need to make this step. We need to change the port for Tomcat. Okay, let me see. Yeah, come on. Oh, only 4 minutes. I'm not arriving by far. By far. Okay, no problem. I'm changing the ports. Okay. This one. the one, the AGP, which is the one we are using really, is this one. Okay, we are done. We are going to install the software for Alfresco. Okay, the directory for the amps, we are going to create again this one. We are going to create also the Vim folder with all the tools associated. Yeah, sorry. Okay, you know this part, I'm skipping this part. Okay, it's the same as before, no problem. Yeah, no problem. It works because we have no amps in the SAR folder, so it works. It's the same, okay. Just copying the same resources. And we are going to copy the web application. If I find my mouse, right again. Okay, we are going to copy again all the software, and we are going to remove those that we don't need. Alfresco is not on this server. SOLR is not on this server. Also, the Alfresco configuration is not required. What else? The extension directory. We need just only the web extension directory. Okay. The SARED library is always also required for this. For the other file in Alfresco, this the SARED config custom XML. Okay, this one, and again the same line. If I find my mouse, okay. I can't find my mouse, really. It's crazy. Oh, thanks. Okay, go ahead. What's next? Okay, we need also to configure the link between SER and Alfresco repository. So we need to change also the configuration file for SER. This SARED config custom, we have to find a remote section. The remote section, we can change all this to include our server, or even the final port, right? This one, because we are including an Apache in front of that. Okay, this and this and this and even this. Okay, all of them is going to work anyway because we are on localhost, so no problem at all. But you have to change all of them, right?
Hey, Adam.
Yep.
I think you've deleted share.war instead of solar.war.
Sorry.
You deleted share.war rather than solar.war.
Sorry, I can.
You deleted share rather than solar from
The word
Que has borrado share en lugar de solar.
There's
Oh, okay. This is going to be a problem. Really? Okay, let's go. So, this is because I'm not writing in time. Okay, we don't need SOLR, but I say SOLR. I remember I said SOLR, but I write sir. Okay, we are out of time, but we are almost finishing with the configuration. We need also to configure the run, the amount of run for this application. Okay, I can find again the mouse. Okay. Again, we can define the amount of RAM just only for share. What else? And we have to define the properties for share at the Alfresco repository, which also needs some information about share. Okay, let's go this way. For the ports, for the names, and also for this software for the manipulation of the images. Okay, so we have to start again the repository for Alfresco. And I think we're done. We have also SOLR configure. Yeah, we can start also the share part. And we are going to install LibreOffice. LibreOffice is just unpacking the software and making a little script just to start LibreOffice as a server, right? So just well, I don't know where my mouse is, but no problem. Okay, this is the latest version of LibreOffice. I'm using this because it works with Alfresco on the same way of the supported platform release, right? So we are very out of time, right or not? Yeah. Okay. So this is almost the final step. Just installing LibreOffice and making the 34. It's my count. Okay. At least I'm going to try to finish my session time. This is almost the final step. So, but maybe it's the slower because I have to install all the LibreOffice. Okay, I can make something in parallel, probably. The next one was to install. Okay, it's LibreOffice. Okay, LibreOffice, and then we are going to install the Apache in front, just to provide the normal port to the user, right? Okay. So just copying this. Maybe I can find my. Oh, okay, yeah. Where is the mouse? I can see my mouse. This is. I think without this mouse timings, I'll be in time because it's hard for me to find my own. We can make something in parallel, probably. Okay. So we can create a script for LibreOffice just to start as server. It's the normal, the regular script you can get in many sites, and we can start LibreOffice as server by using the port 8100. We have to tell Alfresco that now LibreOffice is available, so we have to change again our configuration for Alfresco. We are going to include here that Alfresco LibreOffice server, and again Alfresco is down and up with all the services. Now we have Alfresco with all the services, and now just to put the necklace, I'm going to include a patch in front just to use the regular port, right? A very, very easy configuration for this, just to be okay. Can find again. Okay, yeah. Okay, what else? I think we are done. Probably, yeah. Okay, just final touches. If I can find my mouse again. No. Sorry. Oh, okay, thanks. So, starting, and we're done. Okay, just 30 minutes with a success, great success for us. No, 38, no problem. But we are going to test if all this complex process in the end is working or not, which will be surprising. Okay, just Alfresco repo and share why not? I missed one step. Sorry? Yeah, I missed one step because I'm not including that on the Alfresco global properties, the name of the. But Alfresco repository is going to work with the time because I have the virtual box on the machine and I have the. I missed one more step to include that names on the Alfresco global properties, just to share, to communicate with the repository, right? But believe me, this is working. Okay, yes. So nothing else. You can see Alfresco can be installed component by component, and it's a not so complex process. Okay, because I have to type a lot, but you have all the manual ready to be followed, but you need to increase the complexity of the configuration, right? So, any questions, Axel, please?
Just to mention that some people provide installation scripts that basically do the same thing that Daniel now did manually, so the time could be far shorter if you automate it via scripts. For example, I have a script myself as a gist, currently in preparation, building the same on Ubuntu, but also doing component by component installation, downloading build Alfresco application from a Nexus, for example, and deploying the modules that way.
Pretty nice for the next hackathon, if I can do it. So, thank you very much. Any other questions? Because we are so late. No? Okay, so thanks.
Thank you.